Well, the first question was, what are some top commercial real estate options in an uncertain market? In today's uncertain market, businesses are seeking or utilizing commercial real estate. They're increasingly turning to both subleasing and sale-leaseback arrangements as strategic, capital-efficient options. So subleasing allows companies to lease space at a discount, often with shorter lease terms and tenant improvements already in place, reducing upfront costs and long-term risk. It can be tricky to find the right sublease that works for a business, but if it can be achieved, it can be a fantastic option. And another cost-saving concept a subset of businesses can utilize and greatly benefit from are sale-leasebacks. Sale-leasebacks are a type of transaction where a business sells its real estate to an investor and then leases back the same property from the new owner under a long-term lease. By doing this, business owners are able to free up capital tied up in their real estate, providing immediate liquidity while still operating their businesses in their existing property. So both subleases and sale-leasebacks are great ways to secure commercial space without the heavy capital burden typically required for purchases or longer-term leases.
Yeah, Diana, you're spot on. You touched on two very important components of kind of minimizing the risk and how to approach a market in uncertain times. Finding a sublease, they're typically shorter terms, so you're not locked in for very long. They're usually much more affordable, so it's not going to be, as you said, a large capital outlay. Sale leasebacks are such a great option if you own your property. It's a great way to unlock the liquidity, pull out a lot of capital from your property. A couple other options is, number one, you've got to have a broker that knows how to build in flexibility into the lease. So whether it's shorter terms with rights to renew, whether it's a right to terminate, none of these things are options that landlords want to give, but good brokers can extract that from a landlord. Another thing is utilizing your bank, right? If you're having trouble with cash flow issues, getting a line of credit from your bank. SBA loans are a wonderful opportunity to lock in a long-term, lower fixed rate by getting the government involved in that small business loan, especially if you're purchasing a property or making improvements to a property. Utilizing the SBA, it has a lower down payment, typically not more than 20%. You've got a lower fixed interest rate, and you have a longer term on that fixed interest rate. So it helps you preserve capital and helps you to continue to reinvest in your business while times are uncertain. And so I think between subleases, between sale leasebacks, between building in flexibility to your lease by finding shorter terms with rights to renew or rights to terminate, and then utilizing your bank and lending sources to help provide liquidity and make sure you don't have to come out of pocket too much money. So I think those are all great options to think about in an uncertain market.